Hey, what's up guys, this is Lolcake. I'm here to show you my Caliber Cat deck. Before I start, I'm going to say that this one is almost exactly the same as the one that Grant Kelly used to top Nationals about a month ago. And I'm not a net decker. He was actually helping me over Pojo, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh trading forum. He was helping me make the deck, and he explained to me all his card choices, and I agree with all of them. I've also tested this deck a lot, and his way of playing it is the most consistent. And I've actually had this deck for a while, since the Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series, the YCS, before the past Nationals. I don't remember what it was called, but yeah, I've had it since then. And I just really like this deck a lot. It's really consistent. The main strategy is to wear your opponent down with constant 1-for-1s and +1s until you have enough advantage to go for game. And it's not very explosive. It's more defensive and consistent. So, and it's very conservative. So yeah, let's onto the deck. Got Rescue Cat, of course. 3 Airbellum to get it with Rescue Cat. Also, it's a +1 if you hit them directly and make them discard a card. 1 Dark Soul, because you can go into airbellum and dark soul with Rescue Cat, and then you can go for level 6. It's also a +1 because you get to grab an airbellum at the end phase. So yeah. Next we've got triple Ryko, because they fuel Pot of Avarice by milling. It's destruction, and you get to go level 5 with these two, airbellum and Ryko. If you can get them both with Rescue Cat. So yeah. And then next we've got 3 Gravekeeper Spy and Gravekeeper's Guard. These things are +1s. They are so good because they have 2,000 defense. This one's 19, and you just set them. They try and attack it, and then they don't kill it because it's such high defense. Then you get to summon another one, and then you can synchro up with airbellum for like Arcanite or something, which provides even more pluses. So yeah. And then Sangan, because he searches all the monsters I just showed, except for airbellum, but you wouldn't search airbellum anyway. Next, on the big monsters, we've got 3 Doomcaliber Knight, because it's a big beater, 1800 defense, and it makes your opponent waste resources to get rid of him. And this is where there's a 1 card difference. I have 1 Cyber Dragon and 2 Caius, because 3 Caius can be a little inconsistent because it clogs your hand if you can't summon him. And Cyber Dragon also works well with the deck because you can summon him and then summon an airbellum and then go for a level 8 or something. And also he works well with Caius because you can special summon him and then sacrifice him with Caius. So Caius can tribute you can tribute a Gravekeeper too. And then finally Gorz, because he's Gorz. On to the spells, or that's 20 monsters, and for the spells we've got triple Book of Moon, because Book of Moon is really good. It's defensive. You can stop your opponent's synchroing and their big plays and stuff. Also, you run I think 6 flip effect monsters. So this, you can reuse their effects if you flip them down and flip them back up with Book of Moon. Next, double smashing, because this card is just good. It destroys those big monsters. It's an easy answer, and also if you can hit their monster, then summon airbellum and attack their hand directly, and that's a +1 if you make them discard a card. Next, 2 Pot of Avarice. This lets you it's basically recursion. You get to reuse all of your monsters, and you get to return your Rescue Cat and do all that stuff again. It's fueled by Ryko, and you also get to return all your spies and guards. There's actually 1 guard, so 3 spies and a guard. Next, Brain Control, Staple, Physical Space Typhoon, Heavy. So that's 10 spells. Onto the traps, we've got double Bottomless, Staple, 3 D-Prison, because this thing gets rid of all the big monsters. It's also good protection So like if you have a Ryko, you can like set a Ryko and then deprison their monster, and next turn flip the Ryko to destroy a spell or trap. So that would be a +1. Also, it helps with your airbellum because you can remove their monster and then summon airbellum and attack their hand directly. Next we've got 2 Dust Tornado, more destruction. 2 Oppression. This card is really good, especially in this deck, because you really don't need to special summon that much in this deck. Like I usually don't synchro summon that much unless if I like Rescue Cat, but then I wouldn't summon it anyway because of Royal Oppression. Yeah, I win a lot of games without special summoning at all in this deck, and it can't negate Gravekeeper Spy, because if they attack Spy, it happens in the damage step, and you can't activate Royal Oppression in the damage step. So yeah. And then next we've got Torrential and Mirror Force. So that's 11 traps. I don't run Solemn because it's not really a defensive card. I view it more as an aggressive card, and I don't play aggressively. So yeah, that's why I don't run it. Onto the side deck, we've got 3 Banisher. This card's amazing. It's easy to protect it in this deck. It makes Honest and Collude not work. Herald can't negate effects because they have to discard to the graveyard, so Heralds don't work either. If you attack their Dark Soul, you can remove it. It's really good. Also, it hurts, destroys Frog Monarchs. This deck its worst matchup is Frog Monarchs by far, because Treeborn just owns Doomcaliber, and then if they can like summon summon Caius or Ryza and then bounce or remove my set monsters, because I set a lot in this deck, so it really hurts. So I got those Banishers in. And next, 3 Crow also gets rid of the frogs, and it's just a really good card, this format. Next, 3 Mask of Restrict, again, the frogs and the Frog Monarchs. 2 Crevice, frogs and Frog Monarchs, but it also works against Infernities and stuff. Mirror of Oaths, Frog FTK, and Glider Beasts, and some other decks too. Dust Tornado. The 3rd one's mainly in here to stop the skill drain from the Black Wings, because this deck gets murdered by skill drain. So yeah. Also, it stops Black Whirlwind. It stops the Gutham's E-Call if you chain it during the end phase, or if they don't have a Saber on the field. It stops Infernity Launcher, so it's just good. And 3rd Smashing for more removal. So now the extra deck is just pretty standard. Wurm, Red Dragon Archfiend, Colossal, Thought Ruler, Stardust, double Arcanite for you sync the airbellums and the Gravekeepers, and that's how you do it. Urbellum, Black Rose, Goyo, Brio. I've actually never summoned xx-saber hyunlei. You would do it by synchroing airbellum and darksoul, but I've never done it. Android, Catastor, and Chimera Tech, because I made Cyber Dragon. So yeah, that's the deck, Caliber Cat. I hope you liked it, and yeah, see you later.